Now, after you have sent out your poll or your quiz to your students or staff, you want to be able to see the responses. So in order to see the responses, you're going to go back to your forms area. So this is the one that I just created. I'm going to go back over to forms. When you go back to the home page of forms, it shows you all the forms that you have created. Any that I've sent out and my students have taken, you will see here, you will get responses listed. So I'm going to go back over to this one that I had sent out as practice. And you can see I have my questions here, but if I click on responses, it's going to show me how my students did. Now, this is a poll. This was not a quiz. So if this was a quiz, I would get more numerical information. I would get grades for each one of my students, but that's not what this particular one was. So you can see over here, right now I'm looking at the summary. So it gives me a summary of how my students did. This was a rating question. If I need more details about the question, I can get specifics as to who answered what over here. I can get details over here again as to who answered what, but if I wanted to look at how each individual in my class did on this particular quiz, right now I'm looking at one student and I can see what their answer choices were. You also have the option to open this in Excel, and in Excel it's going to break down all of your questions, and if it was a quiz it would actually give you the grade for the quiz as well. So if I just click over here into Excel, you can see over here it tells me when the date was that they took it, the time, their name, and then for each one of the questions it shows me what their choices were. And again, no grade on this because this was more of a poll. I didn't pick the quiz as the question choice. But that's where you're going to find your responses. So if you happen to log out and log back into Office 365 a few days later after you have posted your form to me and you want to see how your answers appear, what you're going to do is log in, and when you log back in, you're going to land on your landing page when you first log in. And what you'll do, let's go back over. So here's the page that you normally see. You're going to go find forms again. Again, if you don't see it on your landing page, click over here, and it may be in this area, or you'll click view all my apps, and that should show you all your applications. So you're going to click on forms, and you're going to look for the quiz that you created, and if you see a response, you will be able to view the responses and get an idea of the feedback that you might get if you send this out to your students or your staff.